Hey, welcome to World Entertainment. And Alien Romulus is fast approaching, and we're starting to see a lot more kind of TV spots and trailers and stuff. They're usually very short, and they're usually they add a couple of bits of new footage, but it's normally scenes we've seen in the trailer, just a little bit extended. And this is no different because we have a new clip. That's right, an actual clip. Now, I don't actually know whether it's the clip, all the one scene. They may have spliced a couple of bits in there from different scenes. I don't think so. Or they've actually taken things out and made it much shorter so they don't give away the entire scene. Either way, we're going to take a look at it because it is an interesting scene. And on top of that, we also have Freddy Alvarez speaking about whether or not this movie, is connected to the Noah Hawley FX series, his Alien Earth. And we have a bunch of new posters, and the posters are fantastic. But let's have a look at this clip, trailer, whatever you want to call it. We'll have a look at this first, so have a look at this.
Annie, open the door. Annie, open the door.
What are you doing?
Annie,
open the door.
Look at me. It's all right. I'm going to get you out. Don't look over there.
I need you to open that door right now. Come on, open the door. Why would you help me? What are you doing? You have to run right now.
Alien Romulus, rated R. Experience it in IMAX. Get tickets now.
So there is the clip. Now, it's a very short clip. Again, it's only roughly around 30 odd seconds or something, which makes you think, and you can kind of see the way it's all happening very quickly. That's where you kind of think, is it more than one scene just kind of sliced together to make it look like one big scene, or is it the actual full scene but with a lot removed? So we can clearly see the poor girl stuck behind the door with the xenomorph. By the way, this xenomorph they've given a name to, and it's called the Scorched Xenomorph, because I said it in one of the previous videos that one of the guys, while the xenomorph is in its cocoon becoming the adult xenomorph, one of the guys sticks like a cattle prod or something in there trying to kill it, and that's why it's damaged and stuff. So it's been officially called, through merchandise and stuff that you can see, that it's called Scorched Alien or Xenomorph. So you can see the pure terror in the girl's eyes. You see Sydney Sweeney's character Rain trying to convince her brother, who's a synthetic, to open the door. And yes, he is a synthetic. That's why when people are hearing how are they brother and sister if he's black and she's not, he's an android. So, and he seems to be malfunctioning a bit, which is also a part that happens earlier with the face huggers, and when you see him in that scene where his eyes go into the back of his head, he kind of shuts down and starts rebooting. That's what's happening there. So again, we're seeing this this scene being played out and them telling her to run. This is also why I think this might be a couple of different scenes put together, because when they say run, like just don't look back, run, and we see her running and she kind of falls off that little ledge and stuff. From what we understand, the part where she actually falls off that was a different scene that was spoken about. So either way, it's a good scene to look at, just the sheer panic of them all trying to figure out how the hell to get her out of there while this xenomorph is just coming up behind her. But as for Freddy Alvarez speaking about whether or not this is connected to, in any way, the Alien series, which, if you've been following my videos or the likes of Mr. H's videos, he's been doing a lot on this stuff as well, or you're checking out AVP Galaxy, you will already know that Noah Hawley's series is a prequel series set well before the first Alien. So we should have known and did know that it's not connected to this, but he confirms that anyway. So he's saying they are doing the already, oh by the way, he said this at Comic-Con, but he and he was asked, like, will it link up to the upcoming Alien Earth FX series? And he said, they were doing the show already when we started writing, and there's such a different timeline that there was no way to connect them, even if you wanted. This is such a standalone story that happened so much later than their story. As far as I know, I don't know all the details of the show, but I can't wait to watch it. Noah Hawley is a genius. And he kind of talks about, he thinks as well that Hollywood's getting into a better place because they're kind of going back to the IPs. I don't really know if that is a good thing, because again, you kind of just look at the cinemas nowadays and everything's just sequels. If it's not reboots, it's sequels. But then we get to these posters. Now, the first poster we're going to look at is this one here. They're all red and black, you know, that red light. But what a great shot of the xenomorph coming down. Now, this is the scorched alien. So you can see the battle damage there on the chrome head of it. This is obviously where the guy shoved in the cattle prod, or whatever it is he uses. And we can see Rain there with the gun. Very Ripley kind of. It looks like there's like goo or something coming down the steps. Now, it's interesting that that's white, because as we know, synthetic blood is white. So is that hinting that the android, her android brother, is dead? Did he get destroyed? It's possible, but it is an interesting image, you know, and it's kind of interesting that it kind of hints that there's maybe a queen as well, because if you look at the top of the xenomorph's head, you see that very kind of queen head shape coming off it. So I like that image. It's quite an interesting image. The next one is we get that character who got trapped in the room with it, and we see that great reflection of the xenomorph in her eye. Again, that's very Alien. That's very Geiger. You know, the way the tail curled around. We've seen that kind of image of the xenomorph throughout the history of the Alien posters and stuff, but it just works great the way they have it in her eye. That one looks great. This one is also really well done. Again, you got a lot of the red light in there and stuff, but you have the actual planet that ends up forming into the top of the alien's head. And of course, you can see the Romulus space station there as well, just where the sun is coming over. Also, great look at the teeth and stuff on the xenomorph, and you see the drool and stuff coming off it. Another great close image of this new xenomorph. And it's great as well, they went back to the chrome teeth and whatnot, very much like the original. And we get this one as well, and this one's quite an interesting one, with the planet's rings this time. We see the rings, we see the space station again, up in the corner, the exact same way that it is on that last poster, but again, just another clear look at the xenomorph. More of a silhouette this time, but another great image. It really does stand out quite well. They don't quite try and make it look like the planet this time, but you know, just having it there with the other planet rings coming through and stuff looks great. This one I saw first. This was the first one I seen, and I think this is a great one as well. The tail coming down, wrapping around and smashing into the helmet, with of course the Weyland-Yutani logo and name on the helmet and stuff. That's a very interesting poster, very minimalistic, and yet it still shows so much. And you get good detail on this new tail for this xenomorph. It looks like a spinal column, doesn't it? You really kind of see like the discs coming through and these kind of vertebrae type parts coming off it and stuff. It's a good image, a really good image. This one is very reminiscent of Alien, the first Alien. Just that without the xenomorph, it's the face hugger. And you can clearly see this seems like a very artistic style image. And of course, it's who you would have seen to think it's Rain in the suit, but you see the face hugger on there, the tail starting to wrap around the neck area. You see the crack in the shield, the face shield. You know, that green mist coming around it and stuff. It's an interesting classic style of alien image, which I really like. That one, that's a great one as well. I hope that's actually artist painting, not like digital, actual like they used to, proper old school painting. But that's a really good one as well. And this one's very reminiscent of the cover that they sent out on that the VHS tape, which was a great image as well. Very different style of the open mouth of the xenomorph in this image, but it's a great image. You know, the color, that orange and red coming through, is very striking. The character being right there in the middle, who in the trailer you thought was Rain, but judging by this new clip that we just looked at, it seems to be this other character. So that obviously isn't Kaylee Spenny in the middle. But this image, this one just is great as well. Xenomorph looks great. The tail's wrapping around. Look at the end of that tail. Yeah, you don't want... I'm pretty sure one of these guys gets that thing in the face, judging by the trailers. You know, imagine that thing going through your face. Jesus Christ. But yeah, these posters, all these posters are great. You know, I do love this last one. The one with the face hugger on the shield is a great one as well. Yeah, it's probably this very last one that was probably my favourite one. Between that and the very first one we looked at are probably the best ones. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting movie, you know. They do really seem to be going out of their way to promote it, you know. They brought it to Comic-Con, whatnot, or at least they had I think they actually did a panel. I'm not 100% sure. I think they did. They've been doing a lot of interviews, and you can find all these interviews on YouTube now. But yeah, I'm probably going to go and check this one out and review it as well. So bring it on at this stage. You know, I was worried about it, but I'm going to get more excited about it. So we'll wait and see what happens. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe. Let us know in the comments what you think of the clip and these posters. And I'll catch you in the next one.